What's happening, guys? So, full time from last night's game. Arsenal 1, Porto nil. Aggregate scoreline: Arsenal 1, Porto 1. Arsenal win 4-2 on penalties to progress to the quarterfinals of the Champions League for the first time in 14 years. Damn! Christ. Match reaction. Let's get it.
Jade wins. Fatality.
Quarterfinalists, here we come. Jesus, I mean, Porto, that's the best they've played in England since 2004 when they knocked out Man United. You know what I mean? That's the best they've played, because they always get knocked out in England. They have a poor record in England. They're still lost on the night. We kept a clean sheet in 120 minutes. But obviously we needed extra time and penalties because we matched the same scoreline that they beat us with in the reverse fixture. That was a tough game. That was very frustrating. The ref was pissing me off. Even though he was letting the game flow, if you're neutral, you would have enjoyed it more. But when you're on the receiving end of some of those, it's like, yeah. But the boys put in a shift and did what they had to do in order to get through. I'm seeing this as a learning curve for what's to come. I'm glad that it went. In the end, obviously we won. So I'm glad that it went how it went, bar the penalties. We didn't need to get there, but I'll get onto the penalties in a bit. Because one, it didn't matter about playing 120 minutes because we're not playing until 31st of March now. So we've got that rest after that. So it's not like we've got a game this weekend or anything like that. And two, to show these players, look, the Champions League ain't easy. It's going to be tough. And to get this under the belt, extra time, penalties, this early on, I personally think it's a good thing going forward. Because the players aren't going to want to be back there. You know what I mean? The players aren't going to want to have to do that to get through to the next round. So I'm taking it as this will be a learning curve for these players. Odegaard, we have control when he's in midfield, when he's on it. I don't care what anyone says. We have control in midfield when he's on it. Kai Havertz, I mean, he's been killing it right now. You know what I mean? And this is all I wanted from him. I mean, he didn't score last night, but you know, he looks like he gives a shit now. Whereas before he was just strolling around. But now he's like he fully gets it now. You know, he needs to work on his first touch when it comes to those crucial points, because he could receive the box just at the edge of the area where you need your touch to be on point, and he will overtouch it. I think Saka last night, this is probably one of his worst games I've seen of him. I honestly thought he would score the winner in the game, to be fair. I honestly did. Kiwior's been brilliant for us. He needs to stay in that left back position because he's been killing it. Arteta needs to stop bringing him off to bring Zinchenko on. Like, we don't need Zinchenko that badly in this team. We coped full well without him. It's just Arteta now just seeing it as, well, Zinchenko's back, so I need to use him. In my opinion, no. Because Zinchenko gave away the ball, he gave away a pointless ass corner in the game, and it could have gone left. Saliba and Gabriel, usual suspects. You know what I mean? Like, best partnership in the league. You know what I mean? Ben White, the inverting and stuff that he's doing, killing it. You know what I mean? Man like Big Benny boy. Rice. I mean, what can I say? The players put in a shift. Jorginho, Trossard with a goal. Can't forget that. Trossard, big Tross with a goal. You know, let's give him props. He's the reason why we're through, really. You know what I mean? That game finishes 0-0, we would have been out. And David Raya. Jesus. And Porto's keeper was the one with a good penalty record. Didn't show it last night. All our penalties were class. Our penalties, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? That it seems, obviously, the last time we fumbled on penalties was last season against Sporting Lisbon. Since then, you know, we won the Community Shield on penalties. Again, all our penalties were class. And then getting through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League for the first time in 14 years through a penalty shootout. All our penalties were class. It's one of those things where I'm looking at Arsenal and it's like, if it's going to penalties, I have confidence in us. I don't know how much we practice penalties, but these players look like they've practiced penalties like every day or something. The way they take them, especially in high pressure situations. You know what I mean? We started the season off winning a penalty shootout to win the Community Shield, right? And some people say it's only a Community Shield, don't mean much, blah, 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 right? But when you contextualize the whole thing, like this was up against a team that just won a treble. We fumbled the league last season. While we were 8 points clear, we fumbled the league to this same team. And it's like, we're playing them in the Community Shield. This is our one and only chance. If we're going to win anything, we'll win that from them. Because they could have just took that, and that would have been 4 trophies they would have collected already. In the space of, you know, a couple of months or something. So there was bare pressure on us. And then our penalties in the Community Shield, just like last night, class. Can't fault it. Can't fault it. I'm proud of the boys. David Raya. Well, I know there's been a large chunk of us that has questioned why did we sign him. He ain't that much better than Ramsdale. You know, there ain't that much difference. We didn't need to sign another keeper, blah, blah, blah. But when you look at it now, it's like, well, I can see why Arteta went for him. Just like now, looking at Kai Havertz right now, and looking at Jorginho, now I can be like, right, that's why he signed him then. Because we weren't seeing this. Kai Havertz, he's already leapfrogged his record, his all-time record at Chelsea. You know what I mean? His best season at Chelsea, he's leapfrogged that already. All he has to do now is win the same things for us that he won at Chelsea. But yeah, man, quarter-finalists. Do I care who we get? We've got a pot. I don't want Man City simply because we've got a poor record against English sides in the Champions League. But hopefully that'll change. Arteta, got to give him credit, even though I don't like the fact that he brought on Zinchenko, that he felt he had to. I mean, he brought Jesus on, which, to be fair, I can understand. Jesus is good at holding up the ball and everything like that and winning fouls. When he brought Nketiah on, I thought to myself, maybe this guy might get the winner, you know. I was thinking maybe Nketiah might. Arteta was clearly going all out in this game. But yeah, it's good that, apart from Martinelli being injured and obviously Timbers to come back, even though he's in full training, it's good that we're getting players back towards the end of this stage of the season. Not to say that I want us to start any of them players now just because they're back, because I don't. I want the same team to start. Raya in goal, Ben White at right back, Saliba and Gabriel centre back, Kiwior left back, Jorginho as a number 6, Rice as a number 8, Odegaard on the other side, Havertz as a number 9. Obviously it's going to be Trossard on the left because Martinelli's out, and Saka on the right. That team, apart from against Porto in the first leg, that team, I'm sure that's an unbeaten team now. I think so, because last time, I think when we lost, maybe when we lost against Fulham, maybe we'll probably put that team out. But I know Zinchenko was fit around about that time. I think I'll have to check it anyway. But I'm sure that team that I've just laid out, I'm sure we're unbeaten apart from the Porto game in the first leg. But I knew we'd get through. I just thought that I didn't think it would get down to extra time and penalties. I thought we would have won 3-0, to be honest, because looking at our record against Porto, we tend to deal with them. Porto, they thought they were big things. The manager, I don't know if the manager thinks he's the modern day Mourinho. Fam, you're not Mourinho. You're not Mourinho. You man, you go out to the same, you go out to English clubs in that competition. This ain't 2004 now. You don't have Mourinho. You man are has-beens, fam. You man, you can live off 2004. You can live off that. When are you gonna do that again? When you know what I mean? It is what it is, but the boys, proud of them. Absolutely proud of them. Now we've got to rest, whether it's a good thing or not. We know we've got a goofy international break, and then we come back against Man City in the Premier League. So hopefully we can keep the momentum, before this international break, because it's crucial. The title race is crucial, and if Man City were to go out of the FA Cup, that's going to be even more fire in their belly for the remaining two competitions that they'll be in, which is the League and the Champions League. But yeah, onwards and upwards, man. I don't want to get too gassed because nothing's won yet. Nothing's won. That's why I'm not getting gassed about the league. I'm not getting gassed about Champions League. But I swear, if we win both, Jesus, if we win both, that's. I've been crying out for 2 trophies, and if we were to win 2 and take those 2, I'm sorry, that will be the best thing next to the Invincibles. That'll be the best thing in Arsenal's history. Yep. You know what I mean? A double like that. You know what I mean? It's not every day teams win that kind of double. You know what I mean? If we can join in on that, especially with it being our first Champions League being part of a double. You could say treble, because you could include the Community Shield in that if you want to, because technically the Community Shield is part of the season. You know what I mean? So technically you could, even though we'll get laughed at for doing it. But you know what I mean. Anyways, I'm done with this match reaction. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. The links are in the description below. And I'm doing a charity boxing event on the 4th of May, and I'm raising money for charity. I've so far raised £100, and because I've got to £100, I have to shave off all my beard now. So this beard will be gone by the time I make my next video. If I can get to another £50, so if I get to £150, then the beard will come back off when it starts growing. If I get to £200, I will shave my head bald. Bear in mind, I do actually want to grow my hair. So, if you guys want to see it as, I want him to get rid of his hair, then £200. If I reach £200 on my Just Giving, raising money for charity for British Heart Foundation, then I'll be bald. I'll be bald on the face and on the head. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Come on, you Gunners.
Jade wins. Fatality.